Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. I nearly forgot where I was and what I was doing then, but how can you forget this? We have reached the final of the 1v1, and before I get too carried away, as I usually do, I want to introduce my colleague for the evening. Well, I'm not going to introduce him because everybody already knows him, and it's Ryan, better known as Thingy-Majig. Are you there, Ryan?
Yo, VIPs, let's kick it. All right, dude, how's it going?
It's going to be... I can't wait for this, actually. I'm really looking forward to this racing. We've got a bit of a busy... Well, we had a bit of a busy card, but unfortunately, we've had two guys pull out, haven't we? We've had, I think, Flat B and Toby have had to pull out at the last minute.
Yeah, they like their families more than racing. Something's going on there. They've got out of word.
Absolutely. Well, we've got...
Their personal lives seems to be more important for some reason.
Well, do you know what I think they're doing? I think they'd rather watch than race. So
probably, yeah, I get that.
And I think that's what they're probably doing. So Toby and Flat B, they're probably sat there with their feet up, with a cup of tea, watching the racing, thinking, I don't want to do this. I'd rather watch. I know we've got another 4 watching, so we are broadcasting, which was my big concern.
Yeah, sorry, I can see you. Yes.
Yeah, mine's still not caught up yet. But we do have some fantastic racing for you. So although those guys are missing, it means Callum and Osman, I think, have got a bit of a bye. Fazer saying, good evening, gentlemen. Well, good evening to you, Fazer. Thank you very much for joining us. We've got P. White and Grasshopper first.
Yes. P. White, he's the from the Minnows, isn't he, down there in League 2? He had a good season last season. I raced with him in League 1, though, so absolutely stonking racer. He can get his elbows out when he needs to, so Grasshopper's got a big job. Grasshopper just needs to jump him from the beginning and leave him behind, because if he falls behind at any point, he is going to struggle to get past P. White.
Yeah, I mean, I've raced with P. White on a Wednesday. I think he was in the Mini League. And I think he's also in the Beetle League. And you're right, he's a quick guy. He likes to get his elbows out, leads from the front. So if we can get in front of Grasshopper, but Grasshopper, self-proclaimed alien,
yeah,
he knows his way around the
track. Yeah, I'm looking at A+. That is always a daunting sight when you see that against your opponent.
I was trying to ask Grasshopper earlier what his worst car is, and do you know what? I don't think he's got one. So whatever the stewards decide that they're going to be racing in, and which we don't know yet, the guys are in the briefing room waiting to be told now. Oh, wait.
Exciting. See a car pop up in a minute. That's a
Suzuka.
Track. It's Suzuka. Oh, it's my favourite, I've got to admit. It's got everything. It's got every element, hasn't it? It's got a couple of nice long straights that you can open the car out. You've got some technical bits and a hairpin or two.
Do you know what? I like the track, but I'm crap at it.
Oh, man, I'm the same with Brands.
Everybody's the same at Brands. I really do love this track, but I'm just no good at it. Turn 1, absolute nightmare, and then I think it's turn 13, I think it is. I think it's called Spoon Curve. I just cannot get them turns right, but we shall see. We've got a couple of experts on track, ready and raring to go, so let's have a look. And,
I can't see P. White. Has he got to go and buy a car?
Yes, you're right. I wonder if he has.
He must be down the dealers right now, splashing the cash.
What car they in? See, this is what I love about this. We don't know what car they're in. Real Osman saying hello. I did see a note pop up from Paul as well saying hello. So hello to you guys that are watching. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Wayne said let's go, and Muhammad Ali said looking forward to this.
Yeah.
And Fazer with a wave.
But as I was saying, this is what's been so good about this 1v1 is we don't know the track. Well, it's not going to be a Chevy, surely.
Brian's going on. He's taking them on. He's trying to get back into the competition.
Brian.
He's trying to get the Joker card. He said, look, I'll just use a road car against your Subaru, that looks like, unless someone's gone for a real fancy McRae-looking Mitsubishi.
It is. It's the WRX. Well, it's a Group 3 anyway.
We've had Mitzies and definitely Group 3. Yeah,
I guess. Oh, there you go. It is the WRX because P. White's just popped up, and he's in the Subi as well. So let's have a look. See if any of them are on track.
I think Pete White's got himself a nice little DTM livery going on there. If my eye does not deceive me.
We'll have a good look when they go out. So for those that don't know, and you should know, and if you don't know, why don't you know?
No.
The guys get 2 laps. They get an out lap just to get a feel for the car and the track, and then they get a fast lap to determine their grid positions. And that's what we're just waiting for. So, any predictions, Ryan, for this one?
If I had to put money on it, it'd be on Grasshopper. I'd have to put the League of Champions over League 2. But man, P White has embarrassed me more than once racing each other in League 3. He's pulled my pants over my head a couple of times. So yeah,
I think it's going to be close.
It's a tough one.
One mistake, as we've seen many times. You've had it when you've been in the lobbies. I've had it when I've been in the lobby. Yes. The slightest mistake and it's cost.
Definitely, and we know the hairpin at Suzuka, the Casio, the little chicane just before the final corner. There is many places you can come miss. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, I thought it was the Opel livery on the thing, the yellow Opel livery.
Let's just get a bit of a look.
Oh, it's a nice one though.
It was Michelin, looking.
Yeah, no, I thought it was the yellow Opel. I was thinking, hey, I'm going to look clever here. It's not often I try. But yeah, I don't know where that livery's from. I can't pretend.
Looking good.
It's beautiful though. I like it, and I like that.
I think is that stock? Standard. I think that's probably stock. Let's have a look. He's only done 29 miles.
Yeah, and a menu race, hasn't he?
P White straight out the box. Look, 1.7.
Oh, bless him! He went and put a livery on it for us.
He's looking good. Paul says Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, Paul. And
P White knows the assignment, doesn't he?
He does. He's got it down, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to have a word with Grasshopper. I don't know. Is that just a stock livery, or is he gone?
I'm not sure because there's like many years that the Subaru donned that. I don't think that is. It doesn't come with the 555. I think he's put. Oh, I don't know.
No, well, we're not bothered over as long as the racing is good. So it's just, still an outlap for Grasshopper and P White. So just coming to the end then. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we jump on board with Grasshopper as he goes through the final chicane, and then we can have a bit of a look at this lap from a driver's point of view.
Do you know where to brake in this first corner? Because I never knew. I'm just going down there thinking, this seems too late. Oh, I'm going to brake now.
I think it's about that little slip road on the left.
Yeah.
And then I usually go a lot further over to the left to wave to people at the crowd, and then I sort of manage to get back on the track somewhere around here. This is a good section. I love this section, the S's.
Oh, it's lovely. If you get it right, it can get you rather excited.
Get it wrong when you're on the kitty litter and you're there for a while. But it's a fantastic piece of track. Dunlop curve.
Trying to nail that speed over here.
Turn 7 through Dunlop curve down the hill towards Degner curve, which is turn 8. This is a tricky one.
Balls in your mouth.
Yeah, and then straight
into. Try and slow the car down.
Straight to turn 9. Like I said, balls in your mouth.
Balls in your mouth and then into the barrier.
Up to the hairpin, turn 11.
Yeah, this may be where we see people come a cropper.
Yeah, get a bit too excited.
Yeah.
A bit too excited on the throttle, don't they, on that one? So through a very... Well, I found out recently that we've got 200R, which is turn 12, which is what Grasshopper's just gone through. And then we've also got 130R, which we'll be coming up to very shortly.
Yes.
They're actually named because the radius of the corner is 200 metres or 130 metres. Did you know that?
No, I did not. But it makes perfect sense. The Japanese, they think laterally, don't they? They don't.
Yeah, it's just so inventive.
That's it. No fluff, no fair. What shall we call this corner? Most places say let's call it turn 2, but no. They said let's call it 130R. Yeah, I like it. And that Grasshopper was a very, very strong lap.
It looks like a 2 dead.
It is virtually.
P White Was that a
fighting the lag a
202?
little. Yeah. But
202. So, well, as we've seen
could be
before,
sandbagging.
it doesn't really mean a lot, does it? There's a good run to turn one. Excuse me.
Yes.
It's a very good long run, so plenty of time to get in the slipstream and catch up to the back of Grasshopper. And as we said before, one mistake, all it takes.
Easily done. That's it. And this car is not the most stable of cars, if I understand it.
Do you know what? I've not really driven this. I've not really driven this one.
I think you mentioned Subaru, and people seem to do a shiver. So,
well, we are ready.
Here we go,
are
then.
ready. Grasshopper in pole position. P. White just sitting behind him. So, race 1 of week 7, the final showdown. I'm waiting. I'm listening for the bleeps.
And it's a good start from the pair of them heading down to the first corner. P. White might have a little purchase on the inside there, Mark.
I think
he might do it in the brakes.
Do you know what? I think he backed out. He backed out.
He did, didn't he? Oh, he had the higher ground, Anakin.
He just backed out.
Oh, but he's on him. He's on him. He's not messing.
We've just got to get this
up the hills.
First lap out of the way through the S's. Just get them tyres warmed up. Grasshopper will be desperate to
on those apexes.
He just wants to open up a bit of a gap, doesn't he? Nice and early. P. White, I think he's just got to sit there.
Ooh, he's pushing his PY. He is giving it his all, ladies and gents. He is absolutely committed.
Do you know what, though? I think P. White's got to do it. There's no point in holding back. We've seen it. People hold back in the first 1 or 2 laps and then think they'll go for it, and the gap's just too big. I think P. White's doing the right thing.
Yeah, he's hanging it in there. It shakes them as well, the aliens. They don't like it, you know. They don't like it if you keep up with them.
They don't like it up them, do they?
No, they certainly don't. So, yeah, just the fact that he's staying with him could give Grasshopper that onus to push a little harder and just push a little too far.
He's got a good exit out of that spoon curve, though. So Grasshopper now, he's just going to be looking at opening, what is he, 1.9, just under 2 seconds gap, and I think this chicane is either going to help him or break him.
Here we go. What's he going to do? Oh, lovely.
Very
lovely
nice
lines. But, I thought that was deceiving. I thought P. White has got closer there, but no, we were up to 2.2 seconds over 2 laps, sorry.
Oh, and a penalty.
And P. White's picked up a penalty, unfortunately.
That is not going to help his cause one little bit, is it?
That's just a little sprinkle in there, isn't it? That's just sprinkling salt in the wound.
What was that for?
It must have been the chicane. It must have been. It didn't look like he had it just before as they were entering it.
No. Do you know what? He looks like he's having a bit of a fight with that car, to be honest.
Yeah, you can tell it's his first time. Hey, we've all been there.
Grasshopper looking very comfortable, though. I think he knows it. I think he's got control of this race, hasn't he?
He's smooth, isn't it? It's just smooth. I haven't seen that tail step out. I haven't seen a recorrection. The strong message from the mothership, he might be alien, you know. You say he's self-proclaimed, but so far, from my mind's eye, he's looking very alien-esque.
He's got something to back it up, hasn't he? He can back that claim up, can't he?
Yeah, he's got a bit of gander with that gap.
Just over 3 second gap now back to P. White. P. White, well, I mean, you know, he's got to pick up penalties. He's got to push. He's got to go for it.
Yeah, yes, definitely. He's done everything that he needs to do or has to do in this race. He knew he was up against a titan. And, oh, man, that first corner, though. Will that one keep him awake at nights? Going into the first corner on the first lap, and he had number 1 above his head.
Yeah, and I do think he backed out.
I do. I don't think he wants to
and gave the place to Grasshopper when there was no need to do it. But we're going to see he's just about to serve his penalty now, and he is back on it. But that's cost him. Look at that, nearly 4.2, nearly 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, that got in his head, didn't it? That penalty, I reckon, as he was driving around.
That is it's a tough ask now.
Huge. He needs Grasshopper to make a mess of this one, and I imagine this close to the end.
Yeah.
It's no one's risking anything, are they? If they have to.
No,
he's 4.5 second lead. He's not going to break the 2:01s. I reckon.
No, we're properly at the sharp end of this competition now, aren't we? And I absolutely agree with you. So the guys in front are just going to coast it round. It's up to the guys doing the chasing to take the risks.
Yeah.
And P White 4.5, nearly 5 seconds. We've just got to. Well, he's going to be hoping that Grasshopper's going to make a mistake, but I can't see it myself.
Yeah. If sometimes when you go into coast mode, you do make that odd mistake because you start thinking about what if she's going to like her Christmas present or not, and that was weigh heavily on all of our minds, gentlemen. Let me tell you, all the way up until the very moment it's opened, and then we think, phew, we got away with an iron.
It's going to be interesting. Well, it's another purple sector. I was going to say it'd be interesting to see what the lap time is on lap 3, but Grasshopper's not messing about, is he?
He certainly has started as he means to go on, but I was trying to stir up a bit of smack talk in the chat the other day, saying, "Come on, then, who's going to win it?" And there was only Osman that had the audacity to stand up and say, "Yeah, I'm going to do it."
Well,
so
fair play to him then.
Yes, go then, Osman.
Fair play to him. Well, I think judging by this performance, Grasshopper is a good contender now.
Yeah. Into the quarters. I mean, 2 laps to go. Oops. I know, but although P White has held him this lap, he lost all that in the second lap, didn't he? Well, he lost 2 seconds on the first 2 laps. Oh,
purple sector as well. So is this the fight? But it is not over yet.
No, he's getting used to that car, and from this distance, the only way he can push Grasshopper is the fastest lap, because we know those aliens, they like to have it all.
Yes, actually, you're right. If P White gets the fastest, well, he's not. That's a shame. That's a shame. It's a 2:01 fastest lap at the minute, and that's Grasshopper. But look at that from P White, a 2:01.6. So what's that? 0.3.
Yeah, it's nothing, isn't it? He's opened up massively in these last 2 laps, and you can see P White. He's got a can-do attitude. If anyone had one, he's certainly trying.
He's just throwing everything at it now, isn't he?
Definitely.
Let's have a look at Grasshopper and see how he's going around Dunlop Curve now for the 4th time. A lap and a half to go. I think he can sense victory. He's just got to keep it on the tarmac and facing the right way, and I think it's job done. 5.5 second gap nearly. Yeah, there we go. 5.5. So he's just got to keep it nice and tidy, hasn't he?
It does look like it's a walk in the park for him, but this is going to be the only easy part he's going to have, I think. Once we get to the quarterfinals, P White has done an amazing job to get this far amongst the aliens, but it's when we've come to it, it's 6.3 seconds, and P White has done nothing wrong.
No,
that's just pure pace.
And I think this is the difference, and I think I've said it before. The gap between League 1 and League 4 is virtually nothing. The gap between League 1 and League of Champions is massive.
It's stunning. It's stunning what they can do to these vehicles.
I think there's obviously some sort of cheat code or something that they use, because and we're not privy to it yet.
No, well, we'll see him later, but Agent Smith, I don't think he sees what we see. He just sees green ones and zeros.
Yes, it's just
it's just the code.
Well, I think what happens, he gets into the car and they plug him in the back of his neck. He doesn't put a seatbelt on. They just plug him in, and away he goes. So on the final lap then,
Grasshopper, he's 7 seconds. Poor White. He really has come across a titan here. And then, like I said earlier at doors, his strategy was he had to get in front of him early and just make it very difficult to get by. So, and Grasshopper took the opportunity from the start, and he has just ran with it, hasn't he?
He has, and he's just looking very comfortable. Another purple sector there, so he's loving this, isn't he? This is a warm-up for him. Yeah, Yeah, Brisbane saying excellent consistency. Yeah, you can't knock it, can you? Look, 201, 201, 201.
Yeah.
And as Brisbane tells me many times, it is consistency that wins the race. So P. White, though,
show.
what a shame. Put up a good fight.
It is. And I think it's a shame it's this big a hiding because he doesn't deserve it.
No, he doesn't. I think he
didn't, or although he did a 203 on that 4, he must have made a bit of a mistake.
I think he sort of resigned himself to coming in second in this race. But as you say, he can hold his head high to get this far down the competition.
God damn yes.
Let's have a look. Where's Grasshopper at the minute? We're just going to have to follow him across the line.
Of course. He came, he slayed, and how far is he going to go, Mark? That's the question. Can he take this one all the way? That is a strong start.
It's a good start, isn't it? He's certainly set his stall out, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's put a message out. He's put a message out to Mr. Smith and Mr. Osman and Callum.
Yeah, they've got to bring their A game
across the line.
Well done, Grasshopper. Super job done. P. White, commiserations, but great drive, man. Great drive.
Yeah, hold your head up high, Mr. White. But yeah, well done, Grasshopper, and we look forward to seeing him in the next round, which obviously is going to be coming up a little bit later on. Well,
don't we? We've only got one of the race, haven't we? Now in the semis.
Yeah, I think we have, because we've had two people unfortunately can't make it. Flatby and Toby. If you've only just joined us, yeah, Flatby and Toby unfortunately have had to pull out. Toby just wants to sit at home and watch the races, and I think Flatby, I've just had a message that he's got lost. And they can't find him. He can't find the track. So we don't know what's happened to him. I hope he's okay. Or there is another rumour that he's actually Santa. And
yes.
He's a bit busy this time of year. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall find out one day, I'm sure.
Aye. So it should be Smith and Psycho.
I was just about to say who we got next. It's Smith and Matt Psycho. Now, I don't know much about Matt Psycho. You do. I raced him, I think, in round 2, and he absolutely smacked my backside, shall we say. So I know he's very quick. You know him better than I do.
Yeah, he's raced in the VRC, and he's a regular contender at the top for wins. He's strong, but yeah.
This will be a good race then, because
Smith is strong as well, yeah.
Smith is a very, very quick driver, very competitive as well. He doesn't mind mixing it with the best of them if he has to.
Yeah, man.
How do they get on in the WRX though? Is it a car that's raced regularly? I don't think it is.
No, well, you don't see it come up too often, and it did to me. I mean, Grasshopper had it planted, but P. White, he seemed to have a bit of a slide problem. It seemed a little slippery under his tender, so...
Idle saying good morning.
Idle, hello.
Is that's the Days of Thunder livery on there, is it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Word up. Look at that.
Ready to go.
I tell you, I've seen some cracking liveries throughout this tournament. Yeah. People have. To say it's they don't really know what car it is, it's nice that they've quickly grabbed something.
Just gone out there and grabbed anything, and Mr. Smith has, well, he's obviously made his own there, so...
Yeah, he did that when he raced with us. Oh, that's that hairpin.
That hairpin, turn 11.
Slippery back end of the Subaru.
We do not want to be seeing that.
Yeah, this is like Matt Psycho. I know he's fast, but Smith is URL fast.
Yeah,
and I don't know if Matt Psycho is URL fast.
I think though, Ryan, it's going to be the same as we had in race 1. It is going to be the first one to get around turn 1 successfully. He's going to have the upper hand
for sure. Yeah, that first corner, it seems like it's the battleground of the race. The main battleground is put there. And then after that, it's all what happens in that first corner, and going into it, I wouldn't want to do it. It's just at the best of times, I'm never sure where I'm going to brake. You know, I've got about 2 or 3. I've got my safe brake, I've got my hopeful brake, and then I've got my
kamikaze brake.
Yeah. So and it's I never know which one I'm going to hit until I get there. So yeah. Now these guys are dealing with that.
He started his fast lap. Smith across the line started his fast lap. Well, it's a good job he got that little spin out the way. And it wasn't on his fast lap. I think this is going to be a very close battle.
Oh, it is. I mean, Smith's this brand new car. You can see he's just got it.
4 miles on the clock.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very close battle, I think.
Oh, the excitement.
I'm going to have a quick swig of juice before this one.
And Natty's only just got it as well. These guys do not know their machinery. They're going in dry, Mark.
Exactly the same look.
Yeah.
It's not always good going in dry. It could be exciting occasionally.
It causes chaffing sometimes.
It certainly does.
But let's see,
they're both having
these
a decent lap so far.
They are. It's looking pretty.
Vodka Rob, he's joined us.
Hey.
Yes. We were wondering where you were. We were wondering where you were.
Maybe he had his fish and chips early.
I think he did, yeah. Well, he forgot which screen he was looking at.
Yeah.
You're here now, though, Vodka Rob. That's the main thing. You're here now. So, Matt Psycho and Smith, if you've only just joined us, so for Vodka Rob's benefit, they are on their fast lap. We are at Suzuka, and we are in the WRX, the Subaru WRX GR3. We've just watched Grasshopper beat PY.
Convincingly, unfortunately.
We've now got Matt Psycho and Smith on track, just going through Casio Triangle and across the line. And Matt Psycho's going to set the bar at 2:01.
Grasshopper's practice lap was quicker.
Well, let's have a look, because it looks like Smith has took pole. He's got a 2:01.3, and Matt Psycho.
Ooh,
look at that.
That gives me a tingle.
Hey, 363.371.
Yeah, 8 thousandths of a second.
Wow, this is going to be fantastic.
Oh, if it was just one less, we could have been 007, Agent Smith and 007, but no.
Wow, this is going to be
8.
This is going to be fantastic. And as I've already said, this is going to be whoever gets into turn 1 first is going to have control of this race.
Yes. Here we go then.
Matt Psycho on the inside, Smith on the outside, but in pole position.
I don't think that helps here.
Revs are up. We are ready to go racing. Oh, this is a long hold. Oh, come on, go.
Oh, Smith had an amazing start. He was not messing around with that.
Matt Psycho, I think he forgot to actually press on the accelerator. What happened there?
Caught snoozing a little bit at the start there. And Smith's got a back end though. It's all part of the plan, Mark. Look at him go.
I thought he'd lost it then.
I did. I thought that back end, but he has helped.
Let's get on board with Matt Psycho as we chase Smith down through these S's for the first time.
Little dab on the brakes there from Agent Smith, just trying to settle the Subaru down as Matt Psycho sets chase. But Matt Psycho's lost a further 3/10 through that section, and it looks like Agent Smith may have this one if he doesn't make any silly mistakes. But Matt Psycho is not a man to be messed with.
And it looks like Matt's trying to fight back, isn't he? Yes.
He is. Definitely, you can see he's got that look in his eye. He's got that glint. He's not giving up on this one.
There's not a lot between them at the minute. There's not a lot there through turn 11. We have got another 4.5 laps to go, so this is going to be tight.
It is. There's still many heavy braking places to go, and it looks like that's where this Subaru is struggling with the braking. It seems the braking and the exit of the corner, they seem a little slippery.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think Matt was just clawing a little bit of time back, but Smith seems a lot quicker through turns 13 and 14. And he's just got it above that 1 second now.
Yeah.
As we go
That's
through, is it
toe,
130R up to Casio Corner, or Casio Triangle, should I say, the chicane. And now Smith, well, he's got just over 1.5 second gap now. Oh, see, it comes down so quickly, doesn't it?
It does. My word. So Smith still leading from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho's got to dig deep these next 4 laps. He's really got to find something special to go up against the man they call Smith with his crazy pace.
Well, Smith seems to have settled into that car very well. He got his spin out the way in his outlap.
He did, didn't he?
Got rid of it, didn't he? He got rid of the demons.
Testing the limits, I imagine, is what he'd say. That wasn't a spin, that was just seeing where the edge was.
But the pair of them, look, those cars are so well planted, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've done well with them. But Smith at the moment just seems to have the edge. But he's throwing it. It could come. I heard it squealing then. So it's still... The race is still there, Mark. I don't think it's over and dusted yet.
What's Vodka Rob say? There's hardly any sound from... I presume that's the cars. I can't see all of the chat. It has gone a little bit quiet, I think, hasn't it? It was a lot louder earlier. I'm sure it was. Anyway, what do you want to listen to the cars for? We're talking.
But it's tight now. I mean, Smith got it up to about 1.5 seconds, but he can't seem to shake Psycho off. If anything, Psycho's pulled a couple of tenths back on him.
He's doing the right thing, Matt Psycho. He's just keeping Smith in view. He doesn't want to let him get too far away. He's going to try and keep the pressure on. Smith can't relax, can he? He just cannot relax. Because if he does, I think Matt Psycho will have him. And Jamie's saying, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. I hope you're well.
Is that your Dyson?
So yeah, Smith. He just seems a little bit quicker through 130R, but then Matt Psycho seems to pull it back again. So Smith with the fastest lap of 2.8, and Matt Psycho, a 2:01 for lap 2. So Smith is coping with the pressure, isn't he?
Gee, he's driving on the edge. He knows he can't lift it at all, can he? He's got to keep it at full decimals. He's turned it right up to 11, and my word, we're seeing a demonstration of some absolute pro sim racing out there.
Well, I don't know what league Matt Psycho's in, but I hope it's not League One with me, because that guy is seriously quick. Let's jump on board with...
He's joined yet. This is why he's the I think he sort of put his name down in the Facebook near the end of the seasons. So he's
right. So he's not...
I don't know if he's not raced in a league yet.
Dear me, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of people quaking then if he's going to join.
Yeah. If he does,
he does seem to. He seems to claw a bit of time back, doesn't he, going into that hairpin? But then Smith seems to get a fantastic exit every time, maintaining that 1.5 seconds now.
He's doing a fabulous job.
Saying it, yeah, he could be in League 5. Yeah, he probably is in League 5 then if he's not into the main league yet. We shall see.
Declan says he's rooting for Derg because he beat him twice, but he wants him to win.
He's rooting for Derg. Is Derg racing tonight, is he?
I don't know. Yeah, he won, didn't he? Oh no, did he
win? I think
the drop downs?
No, I think Smith beat Derg, didn't he? So Derg's in the drop downs.
He's rooting for Derg next week.
Well, unfortunately for Matt, the gap is now up to just under 2.5 seconds. So Smith is the one applying the pressure.
Wow, yeah. Smith's just absolutely planting one fastest lap after the next. And this is it. Agent Smith in action.
And poor old Matt is, a fantastic drive, and any other driver on that track, and I think Matt Psycho would have beat him But Smith was just on it today, isn't he? He just settled in straight away, right at turn 1.
I'll tell you what he had this morning. He had his dubby.
He had his dubby, yes. He got the aircon on full blast.
That's it. Hey, I've been seeing the medals. That's a huge thank you to Eldridge Air Conditioning. Yeah, I've seen all the little trophies popping up here and there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, some nice
stuff.
pictures there. Some ugly looking guys in this league, though, isn't there? You've got to say
shocking. Oh, well, dodgy. I wouldn't buy a car off them.
We're certainly not the prettiest of leagues.
Yeah, there was one in a puffer jacket. He definitely looked like he'd shivved me on a dark alley.
Oh, what's happened to Matt Psycho? Why we've been chatting away? Why we've been chatting away?
Matt Psycho had a pit stop.
He stopped and had a cup of tea. What has happened to?
Oh, well, it was all for nothing. It's got to be all or nothing, isn't it, at this point? And I guess he put all in and got nothing.
You've got to throw it in there, haven't you? Absolutely.
He went all in on a pair of 2s. And he's come out.
He was second.
40.5 seconds down.
At the end of the day, he's still second. So, you've got to throw it all in there, haven't you? You can't leave anything on the track. So an easy run in then for Smith then, as he comes to the end of lap 4, and barring an absolute disaster, it looks like Smith is going to win this one. I think even if he came off now, he could still get back on track and stay in front.
I reckon so, yeah. And Smith is race 60. 59 is Osman. So it's likely to see Smith and Osman. In the next race, we're going to have
another good lineup, another good race.
Grasshopper and Callum. That's the quarterfinals, I think. Grasshopper and
I've been told as well that Grasshopper and Callum are local rivals, so there's a bit of rivalry going on between the two of them. Fantastic. So that should be an interesting fight. As we see.
Agent Smith, what an absolute drive! And he doesn't. Who did I say he's facing?
Osman. I think it was Osman.
Yeah, Osman saying he was going to go for gold. He's got to get past the Smith master yet.
So Smith was, if you've only just joined us, we're not quite sure what happened to Matt Psycho. He pulled over to change a tyre or something, but the gap, 14 seconds. Smith was already in front and pretty much got this race sorted. And unfortunately we missed it, but Matt Psycho had a bit of an incident. And that's why he's nearly 15 seconds adrift. But it was a fantastic race up to that point, wasn't it?
I know what happened to Matt Psycho.
What?
He stopped to pet a panda.
We're going to keep coming up with theories all night, aren't we? Until somebody tells us exactly what happened. But Smith, look, he's still putting in the purple sectors.
Absolutely, yeah. Because he knows he wants the fastest lap, doesn't he? He knows that's big. These aliens, they can't just leave it on track.
No, it's a League of Champions thing, isn't it?
It's just, they want to be the fastest.
So through the final turn, then across the line.
Agent Smith, superb job.
It was a fantastic drive, and he deserved that. He really did. West Block baby, he needs a quick. Oh, he probably did need a quick wee and all.
Great show though. Great drive up until right
up until whatever happened. But Smith was in front, so we're taking nothing away from Smith. A great drive from him.
You've got to put it all in.
So Smith.
Callum and Grasshopper is who we've got next, I believe. Then.
Yeah,
You've
Smith
seen
in that.
Grasshopper have a demonstration earlier.
So for those that have just joined, unfortunately, Flat B can't make it and Toby can't make it either. So we've got two races that are not going to go ahead. So Callum and Osman, is that a buy for them, is it? Are they just automatically through?
I believe so. There's no Toby and there's no Flat B.
No Flat B. So
they're rocking around the Christmas tree, I've heard.
Easy. They're obviously doing something far more interesting. than racing
alcohol's involved.
with us. It's either alcohol or women.
Yeah. Ooh.
Or both.
Ooh, what's that?
Where are we? We are at Tokyo, I believe. Tokyo Expressway. There we go. Tokyo Expressway East, counterclockwise. It's written in white at the bottom left-hand corner. Why do we not see that? Why do I never see that?
I looked at the cheat sheet.
Well, we are at Tokyo Expressway East clockwise, and it is a fictional track.
Yeah.
So there are no corner names. It is 1, 2, 3. Now the only backtrack map I've got is the one that goes the right way round. So it's going to be interesting trying to follow this the wrong way round, or is counterclockwise the right way round and clockwise the wrong way round?
Who knows? It's not a track that comes up that often, so it's a good leveler for these guys. I mean, I don't imagine it's one that they've gone around that often.
I don't think it's one that crops up on the Sunday season on a regular basis. I actually like these tracks. I think they're great tracks. Only because
I used to use them as a test tracker.
Well, I like them because they've got barriers all the way around, and you can't actually leave the track. You are on the track, even if you try and get off it. You are still on it. What's that? A Z4 GT3? Is that the car? Is that the car they're in?
It is the BMW Z4 GT3, ladies and gents, at Tokyo Expressway East counterclockwise. That is where the quarterfinals will be taking place, and that is where we are going to find, not quarters, semi-finals, sorry. I shouldn't be allowed to do this. Yeah, semi-finals will be taking place, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we find out who our finalists are.
And who drives the Z4? Who uses the Z4 for anything?
No, I've never seen it come up. I don't think in all of my commentating and streaming days I've ever seen one of them cars on track.
No, I haven't.
They even go the M6, don't they, or something?
This is going to be. Oh, well, no, I don't. What am I
You're
doing?
having a go, are you? Go on, then.
Well, right, come on, let's get the. Do you know what? Shall we have a go?
In the Mazda.
Shall we have a go? Come on, let's have a go. Right, let's get some info up, because I'm interested to see if there's any mileage on these cars. Well, Callum's got 37 miles.
He's done at least a daily race in it, and 2 daily races.
And Grasshopper's got 88, so they're not completely new to these guys.
No.
Now, do you know what, Ryan? I have been told, a little birdie has told me, there is quite a rivalry going on between these two.
Well, I was going to ask you, as a more veteran to the URL, these guys race each other regularly, don't they? They both league champion.
And there is quite a bit of niggle in there, I think, somehow. Grasshopper. Oh,
I like that.
He is
beef.
We've seen him already. We know how quick he is. Callum is one of the aliens. However, he has, up till recently, been using the pad and has changed to the wheel.
Now, this is what I heard when he raced in my stream, that someone asked whether they wondered if he was using the wheel or the pad.
Yes.
And I think he later confirmed to say that he used the pad in that race.
Wow, right, okay. So he could be on the pad this way. He is extremely quick.
Yes, no, I think I remember him from another group that I'd raced in once, many years ago. LBP or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but he is quick, but it depends. Is he on the wheel or is he on the pad? If he's on the wheel, has he had much practice? Is he going to risk it?
It's a lot to risk if you're used to one or the other, because there is always a deficit from moving from one to. I mean, I'm so used to a wheel, I can't use a pad. I've tried, and I know some people jump between the two, and I just can't.
No, I'm exactly the same.
It's so awkward.
Yeah, I've tried, and I just couldn't do it. I'm not that brilliant at the wheel, but I'm better than I am with the pad.
Yeah. So it always amazes me that those that can jump between the two, but I think it'd be a risk. I think why put the risk out there if you're used to the pad?
Yeah.
Maybe use the league as a a testing ground for your wheel, but one of URL's biggest, what's turned out to be one of their biggest standoffs, is not probably the time to start experimenting, I'd say.
No, absolutely not. You've got to be 100% on your game, haven't you? Literally.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, are they? This is their fast lap, isn't it? They're on their fast lap already.
Yes, yeah, they've done their out lap. It's a nice long lap though. 5 laps around here. It's going to be a good chunk of time.
It is a long lap, isn't it?
Yes.
It is. Although, looking at the times, I mean, I know it's only an out lap. It's. I don't even know how the distance. Oh, it's 4.5 miles. Tokyo Straight, 4.5 miles, 12 turns.
Oof, yeah, it's got nice two nice long straights on it.
Yep, 2 very nice long straights. In fact, these are, well, they're not the fast, not the longest in the game, especially the home straight, but it's long.
Very.
So they are just about following each other, aren't they? This should be a great battle, especially with this little rivalry that's already
bubbling underneath the surface.
Jamie saying he's raced with both of these over the years and he thinks it could go either way. I think it could go either way. Slightest mistake, although like I've said already, that you can't actually leave this track because of the barriers, which is why I like it, but it will certainly slow you down.
Nice and tight. Yeah, oh for sure. But yeah, so we've got a bit of a Verstappen-Russell scenario here, would you say?
Well, what we've got then, so Grasshopper has set the bar then. He's got the pole with 2 dead, and Callum is a 2:01.
Callum's clever though, because that's a long straight before that first corner.
There is definitely a bit of slipstreaming to be had there, and I don't think it matters who's starting first or second between these two.
So yeah, I think Callum's going to tuck in behind. He's going to tow himself down into that first corner there, and then he's going to go in for the kill.
First corner is going to be so important. Again, just like we've been watching at Suzuka, sure. The first corner. This is a very, very tight, a completely different corner to Suzuka. This is so tight. And Callum's on the pad. Well, we've just had it confirmed that Callum is on the pad.
Wow.
And that's not some sort of illegal thing. It means he's using the game pad. It sounds illegal, doesn't it? He's on the pad.
Well, it sounds like something like, you know, your wife might be on every month.
so
and it's a go here.
I'm still chuckling.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
and he's tucked in for the toe like we predicted. He is going to go for the kill in the first corner. And Grasshopper, beware. Can you make your car any wider? No, because he's already there. He's got his foot in the door already, Mark. Unbelievable stuff as they come up the hill. We've already said it. First corner is going to be the important one. And, well, I don't know who to follow. Callum's on the inside. Grasshopper around the outside. He's sticking with it, but Callum's got that inside now, and Grasshopper's gone a little wide, and Callum just slips that one around. But now we've got a little... Is this the huge straight? No, we've got a bit of a straight, but then... It's a bit of a straight into a right-hander. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to be enough for Grasshopper to get the toe up him, though, is it? No, I think this is just going to... He's just going to have to follow Callum. Oh, left Callum's ball. Oh, he has a look, but he feels the wall. I thought Callum touches again. Oh, my God, listen to us. We're just whooping and wooing. It is tight, though. That's why. And Callum then just ahead of Grasshopper, and Grasshopper there again, having another look up the inside, and it's through. He's through. Oh my word, Grasshopper has put one on Callum, and Callum will not like that. He will be furious at him, that BMW. Already tucked underneath the rear wing, so Callum's he's going to come back at him again. He's just going to hold on. I think he's going to hold on now. He's just going to get round this final hairpin, and then we're back onto that enormous long straight where Callum could just get into the slipstream again. And I think this is how it's going to be for the next. Have a little dab of the brakes. He's helped the barrier, and I think Callum's got the inside, and there we go. I think Grasshopper just... You know what, Ryan? I think that was a mistake from Callum, because Grasshopper has now got the slipstream, and we are on the straight. I think really Callum should have waited and let Grasshopper take it, and then he could have made his move, because that is going to be the... I think this is how it's going to be for the next 4 laps. It's whoever gets to the first corner... They're going to take him.
in the slipstream, and then they're going to do it all over again.
Yes, and I am here for it, ladies and gents. I'm on board now. Callum's going to try. Has he got enough straight to try and pull it back again? He may have. It's going to be side by side going into that corner, and Grasshopper's got the inside this time.
Yeah, Callum's going to have to go around the outside.
Yeah, oh. Grasshopper going out wide, but Callum avoids him, and it's Grasshopper just with his nose ahead, but Callum's coming through. My word.
They are still side by side.
They are. It's
I think Grasshopper had a bit of trouble, didn't he? Grasshopper couldn't slow the car down and drifted a little bit wide, didn't he? But Callum managed to squeeze through and get his nose in front, and now Grasshopper's just going to have to sit and tuck in behind Callum again, just through this section. But no, he's decided he doesn't want to sit there. He's going to have a go. Come on, cameraman.
Through this part. He did that last time, didn't he? That last lap, he seems to go a bit faster through this section.
He just
and he's got up ahead.
He slammed
he's hit the barrier. Has he done damage? Have you got the circle?
I'm pressing the wrong button. Yes, yes.
Oh, no, he's picked up some damage.
So Grasshopper's got
and again, he's trying to level it up.
Now let's
but in this section, it seems like he can make his car wide, but Callum there.
He senses it, doesn't he?
He knows something is amiss.
Again,
he's going
around
for the move
this
up the inside.
Final
and
hairpin left
again.
He's done it again.
He's done it again, yeah.
He's done it
it's
exactly
like Grasshopper's doing this on purpose.
It's a deja vu, isn't it?
Grasshopper's like saying, all day, mate, all day. I'm going to end up first in the first corner. Come on, let's have it.
And then it's just, well, do you know what? This is going to be an interesting final lap if they carry on like this, because it is literally going to be a race to the finish line.
It will be, yeah, drag race at the end. The other 4.5 laps won't be worth
Not really, though, as they are side by side, as they have been for the previous 2 laps.
Yeah, and it's Grasshopper that crossed the line, so if it is that scenario on the final lap, Callum needs to break the toe. He's got to stop overtaking him just before the final corner. Grasshopper again on the inside. He likes that inside line, making Callum do the work around the outside. They're under braking now, exactly neck and neck going into the corner. Nothing in it. There's a slide there from Grasshopper, and I think that might have... No, Callum... Yes, Callum's just got the edge there.
But it is just an edge. It's a bump. What is it, a car length? Yes, it is now.
Oof.
But I think Grasshopper's just saying, go on, Callum, you go in front.
Yeah, he'll probably be happy to follow him for the rest of this
he
one.
He knows he's going to take him. Now this is where they usually, just about to say, they usually slam into the barrier and knock the wing mirror off, and that's exactly what they've done, but no damage picked up this time. So Callum just cannot get away from Grasshopper, can he? He's still in that slipstream.
Oh! Grasshopper just did not lift through there at all, did he? He was committed. Absolutely committed. Unbelievable.
Oh, fantastic.
And again, he's damaged his car now, though. He's been pushing his luck with these barriers as Grasshopper, just skimming them, and it looks like this one's caused a bit of damage.
Callum keeping it clean. Oh, he's up to 1.3 seconds now. Is that outside of the slipstream?
Yeah, I think it is. I'm sure someone said it's like 0.8.
That's what I heard. It was about 0.8. So Grasshopper now has got some work to do. He needs, and on the straight as well. Now, if Callum could just stay in front, if he can just stay in front up to that first turn, I think he's going to have the advantage, and he's going to take control of this race.
It looks good.
Look at the gap. Look at the gap. 1.7.
Oh, now Grasshopper's got to dig deep. He's really got to show what he's got, and hope Callum doesn't decide to go full alien mode. Because let's face it, both of them have been pretty much there.
The time does look like it's just creeping down, but Callum is definitely going to get to turn 1 first. Oh, what are we looking at?
Cameraman
Come on, cameraman's nodding off. So yeah,
he's watching the race. He's not pointing the camera. Oh, he does take that wider line out of there, doesn't he? Does Callum? That was I'll start getting a bit. Ooh.
And now this is the one where we've got to keep an eye on it, because is this the one where they slam into the barrier? And this is what sort of done Grasshopper on the last lap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just about here somewhere.
Where is he? Oh.
He's through there clean. He's through there clean, and that gap is still 1.8, and it's lap 4. We've only got, this lap and one more after it.
1.6. He's starting to pull him back. He was a bit quicker through the
1.5.
walls.
Oh,
He just doesn't. Has no fear, does Grasshopper. He's had his fear removed surgically.
He's had something removed.
That's what the aliens took when they came and probed him. They removed his fear. Unbelievable driving.
His daytime job, Grasshopper, he's actually a bus trimmer at a retirement home.
Nice.
This is what I got told. So I think he needs to give that up and take up racing.
A bush trimmer.
A bush trimmer. At
an old people's home. Well, yeah. That's why he's got no fear. I mean, some of them growlers must be scary as hell. Oh my word! I didn't know they had that done.
Well, look at this now. Look at the gap.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Callum has absolutely... You give him an inch and he's taken a mile. That's what's happened there.
He's on it now, isn't he? He's on it now.
Yeah, he's into his groove. He's into his groove. He's not getting pressured. He hasn't got someone breathing down his neck. He can just relax.
So it is now just on the final lap then. So Callum just needs to hold on for the next 4 miles.
I thought he was wiggling then. I thought he had a wiggle on, did Callum? I thought he was out of control, but no, it's all in control there.
So that is now turn 1. I'm trying to read my map the wrong way round. So yeah, so successfully through turn 1 is Callum, and that maintaining that 2.5 seconds. Grasshopper, well, he gave it everything, didn't he?
Man alive, you couldn't ask for no more. That was a cracking race.
Those first 3 laps, there was just nothing to separate them. I thought it was going to be a real fight to the finish. The gap now gone up to 2.9 seconds. So Callum definitely in control.
Callum booking a place in the final, it seems. He's on the phone to a Dago. Ticketmaster.
Grasshopper, he's still going. He's not giving it up.
No, of course not.
He's not giving it up,
doesn't he? 58.9, chuffing heck. Callum, settle down. Do you know where Grasshopper's race? Do you know what the main problem was for Grasshopper's race? Someone put a barrier in the way. And that really is where it comes cropper for Grasshopper.
It does kind of spoil things, doesn't it?
It does.
When people do things like that. And if they'd have moved that barrier about a foot back, he'd have been all right.
He'd been fine, yeah.
But there we go.
Stupid coders.
Callum across the line, just under 3.5 seconds in the lead.
Cracking.
You can't take anything away from Callum. That was
he took the pressure. How many times did the lead change? About 3 or 4 at least.
Fantastic racing from the pair of them.
Brilliant stuff.
Really enjoyed that one. So I hope the rest are just as good.
Woo-wee.
And so the rivalry continues between the two of them.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Although Callum's got a 1-up now.
Well, who's next? We've got to top
and,
that.
Agent Smith, I believe.
We have got to top that. How are we going to top that?
And in the chat, Dirge saying Callum's on pad. You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Wayne saying, go Callum, go. Dyson saying, can sense a love tap coming. It was close racing, man. It could have happened at any point. Dyson saying, can feel the pressure. It was. Sat here, I felt clammy. And Vodka Rob saying, battle royale. Yeah, man. Hopefully we haven't had our final before our final, because that was an absolute banger of a race.
And it looks like we're staying in Tokyo for the next race, because Agent Smith has now got the Z4.
Oof.
And Osman has joined as well, so there we go.
Osman, who was going to face Toby, I believe, and Toby was like the favourite, and Toby did say in the chat he hoped Osman won it for him. So Osman not only racing for himself, ladies and gents, he's racing for the legend that is Toby. Or not Toby.
I like what you did there. That's very good.
I just made it up right then as well. It's just as it came out of my mouth, I thought that sounds like to be.
That was very good.
Thanks.
Any more?
I'm glad to be here. I'll see. Oh man, what a stream. We're just making each other giggle all the way through.
Oh,
People are going to be like,
yeah.
Drop the bromance, boys. Can we get on with some racing here? Instead of you two just complimenting each other and trying to make each other giggle.
Right, shut up then. Let's watch this. Osman, he's on his outlap. Osman's he's a good driver. Osman, very quick.
Oh yeah, wow. I mean,
he doesn't mess about either. He's another one that doesn't mess about. So up against Smith, well, we've already seen him today, haven't we? Cool and calm at Suzuka as well.
That's it. And he was under pressure for the early doors, and he didn't let it rattle him at all in a car that was quite slippy, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a faster track than Suzuka.
It is, for sure, yeah. It's a little bit more out of control, and he's already had a bang with the wall.
Well, I was just about to say, as we saw with Grasshopper, that some of these barriers just seem to step out in front of you, don't they?
They do. It is shocking. Bad code.
Yes, you're right. Look, Osman already got damage at the front, so the mechanics will need to fix that. Well, luckily enough, these cars, I've said it before, are fixed with nanobots that repair the cars as they go along, so we should be all right there. I'm just having a look, see, both in brand new cars.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that being, I think you mentioned it earlier, it's a bit of a trend with this 1v1. Everybody's gone out and bought a brand new car for the particular race.
It's interesting. Either they didn't own it, or they just thought, you know what, I'm going to treat myself to a new one.
I'm going to go and get another one because I couldn't be bothered to do the body rigidity, whatever it's called, and change the oil. I would say with the Z4 though, nobody's actually got this car and they've had to go out and buy it because nobody ever uses it.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
No.
Maybe in a trailer.
I don't even know. Is it a good car? I don't know. Is it?
No. I can imagine not, because it looks like all that weight at the front. It just looks like it would be understeer hell. Yeah. Just looks long.
Didn't James Bond use one? Was it Piers Brosnan?
I think so. Piers Brosnan. But was he really James Bond?
Well, no.
Some people don't count it.
There's a few of them that don't.
Hey, it's Sean for me all the way.
Well, I think Daniel did a good job. I quite like
Daniel. Did all right.
Very gritty. But yeah, Sean, I think he's number one, but Daniel is a very close second. Oh, Idle saying have a good evening. He's off to bed. Yes. Sweet dreams.
No, he's off. He's got to be off to work. He said good morning to us, didn't he, just now?
I think he's been working. I think he's been working all
he's
day.
Been working
yeah.
Oh, I see. And he's got to get up at 4:30.
He has to get up
Christmas.
early.
Has he
maybe
got
he's Santa.
As a boss?
Hey, maybe he's Santa or Santa's little helper. Anyway, he did say. Actually, he said the other day that he gets really busy at this time of year.
He does. He really.
Maybe he's Mrs. Claus. So let's just have a look at the times then. So they're both on their fast lap now.
Getting to grips with the BMW.
Well, then people in the offices and flats, look, having a look, they've got a great view, haven't they?
They have.
Well, if they can, you've got to be on one of the top floors though to see over the barriers, but
it's not like Miami where they've covered the whole track up so no one who hasn't paid can see it.
That's just petty, isn't it?
It was weird.
Do you know that makes you
Las
want
Vegas, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean to do that just makes you want to get in for free, then, doesn't it? It's a challenge then.
Yeah.
They've thrown the gauntlet down and said, "Come on, then, let's see if you can get in now." Well, that's what people are going to do.
That's it.
So let's have a look then. Well, we have got
59 from Osman. We got 58 from Callum in the race, I believe.
So Osman starting on pole then.
Yeah, but like we saw in that last one, pole
means nothing.
Jack in this. No,
it means nothing. All that's going to happen is exactly the same. Smith's going to get tucked right underneath Osman's rear end, all the way down to turn 1. It's like they're at the exit of a car park, isn't it? Look,
it is. Be interesting if Osman goes over to the right and tries to defend all the way down.
The thing is, though, with this straight being so long, you can't defend it, can you? I mean, the track is quite wide, actually. No, you can see Smith straight away.
Gone straight over to left, and Smith straight into the toe. He knows
straight into the toe. Let's we'll jump on board very quickly with Smith because I can't imagine there's staring at the back end of a car for long. And you can see that slipstream really helping.
It's beautiful,
very
isn't it, really?
early on.
Oh, yeah. You really do get springboarded up there. Into the brakes, though, and Osman was late on those brakes, but absolutely... but he's gone
what a
wide,
great
and that has
drive.
given Smith the opportunity there.
What a great drive he got out of there.
Unbelievable.
But we saw it. Osman is just going to tuck in behind Smith, and the slipstream, he's just going to get pulled around these first few corners.
Yes, yeah, of course. It's all he has to do is stay off the barriers.
I was just about to say that. Stay off the barriers. So Osman playing catch up to Smith now. Still nothing in it. 0.3. It's there's no gap. You can't even get a bit of paper in between the two of them.
No.
I think the trouble is with some of these turns. I think if you're in the slipstream, you get tucked right up underneath, and you've got no choice. You've got to pull out and make the move. And if it takes you off the racing line, and I think that's probably what happened to Grasshopper. He got through into the barrier because he wasn't quite on the racing line how he wanted it.
No, and the toe's lovely down the straight, but once you're into a corner, the dirty air in this game can be really off-putting.
And I think this may be what's happening to Osman. But as we go around this final turn, then onto the straight,
he wants to get closer up.
Oh, it's that point
to get the toe. Yeah, he's on a 0.8. It's just a borderline. If he can just... It might be tight getting down to that first corner. I know it's a long straight, but he's got a bit of ground to make up.
He's going to have to pedal a bit quicker. 8:10:02. Yeah, he's in it now. It looks like he's in the toe now.
He's got to be. Yeah, it's dropping now.
Is it enough to get him close enough to make a move before turn one?
And what a nightmare for Smith if he's got to try and build up that lead every lap with.
Yeah, you can see Smith defending. He's hugging that inside line.
He expects he's come back out to the racing line. Osman right there. Has he learnt his lessons from his braking? He has. He stayed in nice and tight this time.
I think Smith sensed that Osman wasn't close enough.
To
challenge him at that point. Still very close. So look, now if Osman can maintain this gap, he can make his move on the next lap, unless he can get a little bit closer, like we saw with Grasshopper and Callum. And it was around about this sort of section before, wasn't it, that they were making the move. So Osman, where's he now? He is half a second away from Smith, and that's what he needs to maintain, avoiding that barrier.
He's getting a little tighter. He's pulled in a couple of tenths. He is closing in. But like I say, it's these bits where the change of direction. Oh, I thought he was having a look then. When they whip to the left, to the right, that's where I think they get the cut of bad air across their bow, and that's when it makes them want to go towards the barrier. But at the moment, Osman is doing a fascinating job.
I think he's happy just tucked in there at the minute for Smith.
4 tenths.
I think he's probably been learning from the first race between Callum and Grasshopper. You don't want to be in front and the final turn, because you're just giving the opponent the slipstream, and that's exactly what Osman's done. He's got in the slipstream of Smith, and now it's just a case of can he actually make a move on him. So let's have a look as we're riding with Smith.
I wouldn't be that surprised, if Osman thought, I'm going to stay behind him. If he can stay with him, staying behind him for the whole 5 laps until the very final corner would be the wise move, because we saw that Aussie Rooster and he's going for it around the outside. He's
gone for it.
He has. There you go. There goes my theory of just sticking with it.
Hold on the brakes and get round. Remember, Osman went too wide last time, but no, he's managed to do it this time, and Smith is going to have to tuck him behind Osman. So the lead changed once again.
And now Osman, he's gonna have to do some defensive driving in that final corner. If he can't pull out 8 tenths over the lap, he's gonna find the same battle down the straight.
You know what you were saying earlier about Osman sitting behind Smith, or even Smith sitting behind Osman. It is the sensible thing to do, but it's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, it's a game of poker, and it's not playing your cards until the very last minute. Yeah,
you've got to have a lot of confidence to just sit there behind your opponent and know that you're not going to make any mistakes. and you've got to stay within that. What is it, 8/10 or whatever it is of the car in front. It's a big ask, isn't it?
Definitely so, definitely so. And with all these barriers, it's not a game you want to play.
Not really, no. Not, as you were saying, dirty air into the turns.
That's it.
Both these guys doing a fantastic job so far, though, on lap
Smith's
3
right
of
on
5.
him now, coming around that final corner. And how's it going to be?
Is this going to be a change of lead again as we go into turn 1?
Into the penultimate lap.
He's definitely close enough to make a move before they get to turn 1, so he should be able to get this done before they get to the braking zone.
He should do, yeah. I'm watching his accelerator. It's planted all the way. There's no lifting. He's not waiting.
Here we go. Now it's side by side. Smith.
He's gone for it.
Osman sticking to the inside. Oh no, he's had to drop in behind Smith, so he got that done very early, didn't he?
Well, it did, didn't he?
To the point that Osman may even come back at him now, and he has. He's pulled to the outside.
A little crack. Oh my word. Agent Smith, he's going to have to get his elbows out onto the apex here.
Now is Smith going to look for the cutback? He's not.
Look at that.
He didn't want to go for the outside move, did he?
No, absolutely. Smith was on that apex. He was not messing about.
He was on rails, wasn't he? Through there.
Unbelievable stuff. Now Osman, again, 2 laps remaining. And Osman is breathing Smith's dust at the moment. But that means nothing in this race with that straight.
I didn't see who crossed the line first in that straight. Now let's just have a look at this fastest lap. It's a 1:59.1 by Osman, and Smith, his last lap was a 1:59.4, and lap 2 was a 1:59.8. So this is fantastic racing, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievably close. Unbelievably close.
Osman
Dyson
in the
chat saying, go Osman, do it for Wales. He's a Valley boy.
There's a few of them about, you know. There is a few of them about. They're slowly taking over.
Isn't they? They made that documentary in Wales as well, didn't they?
Oh, go on then. Which one was that?
Well, the one about the bloke who came across the arcade and started like racing, and then suddenly they gave him into a real racing car.
Oh, was he Welsh? Was he?
Yeah, well, he didn't sound Welsh, but it was in Wales.
Oh, was it? I saw it. Oh, the movie, GT7 movie.
Yeah, that monstrosity. Yeah, that cool film that sold the game really well.
Everybody wanted to play after that.
I turned it off midway through and played it. I think the police chase with the hood.
Look, we're on the final lap. We are on the final lap.
Sorry, yeah.
Osman is, he's took right underneath Smith again.
Oh, it's all or nothing now. This is the lap. They've either got to break the toe, or they don't want to be in front in that final corner.
I thought Smith was going to get the inside, Osman. But he's not. Is he looking for the cutback on Osman? Osman going a bit deep into the turn.
Side by side, coming out the corner. Oh, Osman just by a gnat's hair.
He got managed to keep hold of that. Exit.
Oh, but Smith's all over the back of him, though. Look at Smith. He is bringing the sound. And Osman now, he's gonna. His every nerve's going to be on end. Every nerve is on end as Osman drives around, seeing every barrier. As Smith, I tell you what though, he's dropped a little there, 7, 8, 10.
He has dropped a little. I was just about to say, I think Smith needs to get a little bit close. He's got to tuck right underneath those. Smith! That was a bit of a kiss with the wall.
Oh man alive, he cut it fine, didn't he?
Well, he didn't. He's not picked up any damage. And again, he's going for it now. He's picked up some damage now, but he's got to go for it, hasn't he?
Of course, yeah. Why not?
He's got to.
Just plant it. But Osman, he has. Where has this sudden come from with Osman?
1.2, and I think if Osman can get around this final turn safely, I think that's going to be good enough.
And Osman, for his mother, for his father, for Toby, more importantly, Osman is bringing it home to book his place in the final. What a drive, what a race, Mark. Unbelievable stuff.
What a fantastic race. What a fantastic race.
You take me to all the best places, I tell thee. Best day I've ever been on.
Do you know what? You've got to show the guy a good time, and does it get any better than this? Osman across the line, 1.6 seconds out of Smith. That one mistake from Smith, but he had to go for it.
Of course, yeah.
He had to go for it.
Wow, what a race. I
He's
thought
had
he was
it.
going to tuck
He's
up
had
behind
it
until the
because
final corner.
I don't think I could take much more of this.
Well, we've got one more. And that is Osman versus Callum, ladies and gentlemen. In one of URLs. I haven't seen all the tournaments, so I'm not the person who has the authority to say, but from what I have seen, one of the Ultimate Racing League's best tournaments.
I would absolutely agree with that. This has been awesome. In fact, you know what? I think it's been a lot better than everybody thought it was going to be.
Hey,
I think there's a lot of guys out there that didn't take part who wish they had.
Oh, definitely. I've seen it come up in the chat that there's been some URL regulars that have been saying, damn, I wish I signed up for this. Damn, this looks fun.
And there's going to be a lot more in the next one. There is going to be a lot more taking part. So it's going to take some organising. Well, talking of organising, a massive well done to Derg for organising this, along with Alex, and the work that these guys are putting in the background to get these races here is awesome. So well done to those. A round of applause to them, and also to the hosts, Grahamid and
Osman, wasn't it?
Osman, yeah, absolute fantastic. Super. And well done to those guys.
It takes a village, doesn't it, Mark?
It does. It's there's so much goes on in the background that people don't know.
No, I know, and congratulations to you, Mark, for such great streams. I've enjoyed them wholeheartely.
Well, and to you, sir, it's your enthusiasm is infectious.
Well, bless you.
Your
racing knowledge. I've learned stuff from watching you.
Should we just carry on having this? We're just going to keep complimenting each other until somebody decides to come on track with a car.
Well, Dirtview actually wants you to take that back about Alex. He said he's done now.
Oh, right, okay. Well done to Derg and nobody else.
Yeah, and nobody else at all. Derg has done an amazing job. Well done, Derg.
Oh, Vodka Rob, so both of you guys have been fantastic. Well, thank you, Vodka. And thank you, Vodka Rob, for watching. Especially,
he hasn't missed a second, has he?
He hasn't. He's had two screens on the go. I think he's got 5 phones, just in case those 2 break. Phaser, we've had Phaser with us every single week. And so everybody that's been watching, we
and Dean, I've seen him pop up in every stream saying well done, Oz.
Absolutely. It would be boring if you guys didn't join us.
Oh my lord, what is that? We were talking of Bond. Mr. Bond.
A DBR GT1.
Oh, where'd you get one of them from?
2 laps quali on the track, and then race of 2 laps full NURB. We are at the Nürburgring.
By God, Mark, we're putting shaft and tip all in, aren't we?
We are. Do you know what? We spoil these people.
God, I'm telling you, if we could put the balls in, we would as well.
We spoil these people.
Shocking.
I'm just going to sit in here.
Word.
Oh, Phaser's back in Aussie.
Aussie. I'll tell you what, I mean,
I don't know where to put
my... big talk in the messaging.
I don't know where to put my money.
And he come from nowhere, didn't he, there with that race with Smith?
Yeah, the big guns are out. The big guns are definitely out. I mean, where do you put your 50p?
I don't know, because Callum's got a U in his name, like Ultimate Racing League, so it's like he's almost part of now.
Yeah. Yes,
he's just missing an R. We need to Callum.
Yeah, I thought we should put an R in it.
Yeah, Curlum or something. Sorry, Callum.
Oh, Dean saying he's just caught that race and he's going to watch the replay now for the others. Well, we've got one more. Don't leave yet, Dean.
We've got the final, ladies and gentlemen.
We've got the final. Don't go wandering off. Now then, what's happening? I'm waiting for somebody to go out on track, and he's not doing
they're building suspense. They're loving it.
Oh, we're waiting for Callum. Callum's gone out to buy a new car.
Can you get them? Are they not £20 million somewhere, though?
Is that what they are?
No, I ain't got a clue. It's probably just in the normal brand central. Just I don't see
DBR
that often either on the road.
The GT1.
Is that what? I didn't know they sold that, in all fairness.
Oh no, I didn't. I thought it was a GT3 or.
Yeah, no. When I saw you in the chat saying a GTR, I thought, oh, Nissan then. But then when just now it came up and it was a Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 2010. I don't even
Dean
know
saying,
they sold them.
Dean saying, okay, if you say so, I'll wait. Oh, I think you should wait. I think you should wait. Just hang on a minute, Dean. Hang on.
And, Callum's got a Red Bull one.
Whoa. So he's, do you know, I bet that's where he's been.
He's been in the shop, hasn't he? The showcase.
He's been, the guys have just been doing the spray job on it.
Oh, yeah, he's actually made it himself.
Let's have a look. There he is. There he is.
Oh, yeah. Looking good, Callum.
Looking good.
Finalist.
Well, that is going to be as tricky as the last one we used at Interlagos, where the back end just, it wants to overtake the front all the time.
Does he really have? No,
Nigel
I didn't even know this car was in the game, so...
Well, thank you very much, Nigel, and thank you for watching.
Hey,
we have got the big one to come.
Hey, hi, Nigel. He was in League One when I was doing the comms. He was brilliant.
He's a nice guy, isn't he?
He's awesome.
They're all, do you know what? They're all nice guys.
There isn't one bad one, really. I couldn't pick one.
No, they're all nice guys.
Maybe I'm forgiven if I was pushed, but that's because I'm allowed to, because he's one of the admins.
Westblock Baby saying really enjoyed yourself. Well, not as much as we have, Westblock, believe me.
Blast, Mark, I'm telling thee. Oh, thanks, Westblock.
So,
wow, the final then, 2 practice laps around. It's just to get used to the car in it, because it's nothing to do with the track.
It's got nothing to do with the track.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, Callum's done a good 500 odd miles in his one. He likes it.
Did he get a tip? Wow. 1 mile for Osman.
It's brand new.
Well, do you know what though? He may have ordered a new one because he'd worn the other one out.
Could have done, yeah. Needed oil change. I know these aliens don't like changing oil.
Oh, and the number. Well, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, nice, of course.
That's
it. I'm going for Osman now. He's like it. Kismet. We mentioned James Bond earlier,
and I think that's probably why he's done it. A bit of a homage, is it? Homage to the man himself. Right, yes. So Callum then starting his fast lap. Oh no, did Dirk say something about qualifying? Or is this it? Is this the qualifier? I don't know.
No, I'm just following your lead, sir.
I don't know. I seen Dirk say something popped up from Dirk earlier and it said something about 2 laps practice or
I think it's
a qualifier.
2 laps around GP and then it's 2 laps around the green hell. Where else would you have a final?
I don't think there is anywhere else.
No, I mean, someone guessed. Oh, it was funny, wasn't it, in the room? Someone guessed it straight away. Do you know whose voice it was? Because I didn't know their voices.
DJ, it was Grasshopper.
Bugger. I couldn't believe it. I was sat there and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
because I even tried to say, nah, 5 laps is too long for there. We'd be here all night.
Yeah.
Well, 2 laps. Well done, Grasshopper. Well done, yeah.
You get the prize. You get the prize for guessing.
You might have hit a barrier, but you're brainy.
He had his suspicions.
Yeah, well done, Grasshopper.
So do you want a little bit of useless information about this the Nürburgring? About the Nürburgring, I've got a little bit written down. It was built in the 1920s.
Sweet.
There's 170 corners on the big track, and it's made up of 154 on the Nordschleife and 16 on the GP circuit, and it's classed as one of the world's most difficult tracks. Well, that doesn't surprise me one little bit. That really doesn't surprise me. 170 turns.
Hot.
Now, I've only managed to remember 134 of them. So
I know one. Carousel?
The carousel. I don't.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the only one I know.
I didn't even say that wrong. Right, it's the same stuff you paint your fence with.
Carousel with a K. And then
is it? I didn't know that.
Yes, no, it's carousel with a K. I think that's just a German thing. And then you've got carousel 2. Because there is like another half carousel, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like a mini-me.
Toward the, and that carousel is actually, well, I've got it written down here. Again, useless information. The carousel is a 210-degree banked corner.
God damn it, Mark, you blow my brains.
So there we go. if you need to know
just
anything
blew
else.
my mind. That was amazing.
So anyway,
No,
while we've been waffling,
done
have the guys done their qualifying? Have they?
They have. I don't know. Callum was a lot faster than Osman, but I don't believe Osman anymore after that last race. He is a
saying thanks for the
sandbagger.
commentary. No, thank you, Mr. Smith, for the fantastic racing.
Super racing, Smith. Two fantastic races.
Yes, we're looking forward to it as well.
Looking forward to it. Who are you backing? You got it back, Osman, surely.
I think I don't. Do you know what?
Too soon? Too soon?
Do you know? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've got 50p and I don't know where to put it. It's that close.
It's not, is it?
It really is that close. I really don't want to. The thing is with Green Hell, we all know one slight mistake is going to cost you. It's going to cost you big time. And the way these two guys are going to go at it, it's. I don't know where to start with it. I'm going to go Osman because he's got a plus. He's got a plus after the A, so it's got to be Osman. But I also fancy Callum for this one.
This wasn't random, was it, either? This is because Dirge is a sick man.
No, this was planned. This must have been planned 6 months ago.
Yeah, he's got issues. Something wrong with him.
So we are just waiting now for something. Oh, there we go. We're on track.
So
what we're waiting for is for me to press the right button.
Here we go, the lights are on, it's go now already, and Callum's wiggling. He was wiggling a little bit, he's still got the lead, but I don't think it was as good as Osman's. I think Osman launched it.
He got a much better start, didn't he?
Yeah, he got himself on the inside where it's important, and Osman now is just sucking the dust as Callum tries to build a buffer. 2 laps of Green Hell, man. This is going to be crazy.
It's all important to get in front as you get onto the Nordschleife.
And
it is such a difficult track to overtake on, isn't it?
It is, especially when we get to the old track. It's on the GP track that really they want to try and get the action on.
This is what I was going to say. If you're going to overtake, you've got to do it early doors. You do not want to be chased. But then again, do you want to be in front on the old track, being put under that kind of pressure?
Of course not. No,
I don't know whether I would. I think I'd rather be chasing, to be honest.
It'd be more comfortable, wouldn't it? You just see where they're going wrong. You can brake a little earlier than them, just keep track of their brake lights and things like that. But I'll tell you, at the moment, Callum is absolutely planted on the newish track.
He's looking comfortable at the minute, isn't he? But Osman, he's a cool character. Is Osman? He's not going to be worried at this stage.
No, it's a long way to go. 2 laps of Green Hell.
Yeah, this 1.5 seconds isn't going to bother him.
No, it's nothing, is it?
And now they turn left instead of going straight on up the hill. And out into the countryside we go. And Vodka Rob, you're absolutely right. Vodka Rob saying you've got to be tucked right under the rear wing for as you get onto the long straight.
Again, it looks like Callum's pulling out a little bit more.
He does, doesn't he? I think Osman, he's going to have to push a little bit harder than this. He's got to get a lot closer to Callum. He doesn't want to get too far away.
Or unless he's going for the turtle and the hare scenario and hopes Callum makes a huge mistake whilst he's pushing. But the bigger the gap, the less Callum has to push. That's why you've got to stay with your man. And
he can relax a little bit. And the other thing, unfortunately, if they get too far apart, we won't know who to follow. And as we've already said, a mistake can happen at any one of the 170-odd turns on this track. And it can happen so quickly as well. Well, 3.5 seconds already.
Callum has definitely been on his dubby today. He has had double helpings. He's not messing about. He's hit the track. From the first time we've seen him hit the track this evening, he's not taken any prisoners, has he? He has absolutely brought his A game, A-plus game.
He's gone at it, hasn't he? Osman now, I don't know, has he got problems with the car? Has he got a puncture? What's happening? We don't know. It's not like Osman to be this far adrift this early in a race. Maybe he just doesn't like the Aston.
Yeah, the Aston is, what was it, heavy? Quite a heavy-looking car.
It's
And Green Hell can get in your head a little bit as well. You know, you just remember every mistake you've made here.
It's definitely a Marmite track, isn't it?
It definitely is. Some people absolutely love it and go around it a ridiculous amount of times, and there's some people like me that avoid it like the plague.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. We raced it a season or two ago, and it doesn't matter how many times you practice it.
It's just hard to get into.
It bites you. It just bites you. This track. It hates everybody.
It does.
But somebody it doesn't hate is Callum. He's really got it under control, hasn't he? He's just taking his time.
It up right now.
He can afford to take it easy. It's Osman that's got to do the pushing, and do you know what? I think Osman's probably going to be as surprised as we are to find he's got 5.5 seconds between himself and Callum.
Yeah, he's got a lot to make up, but maybe he's admiring the bushwork as he drives around.
It's there's definitely something. He's just not feeling it, is he?
No, I think there's too much greenery. This is what's put Osman off. You said he trims bushes, does he not? Or am I the wrong man?
No, that's Grasshopper. He's the bush trimmer.
Oh, Grasshopper's
the bush trimmer.
Oh yeah, no.
Osman is the wizard with a wheel. You know, from the Wizard of Oz.
All right.
That's what he says he is. He is the wizard with a wheel.
A wizard with the wheel, eh?
Wizard with the wheel. Although he needs to sprinkle a bit of magic on that Aston.
He's got to get Gandalf all up in this, hasn't he?
He needs to do something. Callum, he's just absolutely flying, and he's already up to 6 seconds gap. I bet he can't believe his luck.
Unbelievable. The sparks kicking off of that car. He's absolutely committed in these corners.
Now, unless Osman must have some miraculous plan up his sleeve, because at the minute it's just not happening. There's the carousel we were talking about earlier, as Callum
there you go.
Goes around there nice and easily. And
yeah, I don't think Osman was expecting this.
No, I don't think he was. I think it's caught him out a little bit, and he seemed to lose the time on the GP track as well.
It was, yeah. He lost a good chunk there, 1.5 seconds, or nearly 2 seconds before they even got to Green Howe. And since they got to Green Howe, I thought Callum might ease off a little bit because of the high curbs and tricky corners, but he hasn't lifted once, has he? He's driving like Osman is on his bumper. How did he catch that?
Well held. What a fantastic piece of driving. We just caught that, didn't we?
Jesus.
But he's even showing off now and drifting around some of these corners. Is Callum? Well, that's a wake-up call for him.
Yeah.
That is definitely a wake-up.
Next time.
It's just a pity Osman wasn't close enough to see that, because I think that would have given him a little bit of encouragement. But that gap now, look at that gap, 9.5 seconds. What's happened to Osman? Is it Osman? There's not an imposter in there, is there?
No, Callum is he's taking it up another notch, hasn't he?
Yeah, Dean's saying the car, Callum's got 500 miles on it. Oz has only got 10.
Yeah, a bit more confidence in his machinery maybe from Callum.
Absolutely. But Osman's struggling now. Just they're just getting through the final few turns before getting onto the main straight. I think Callum is probably about there, isn't he? Yeah, it's just another couple of turns, and he'll be on the main straight, nearly 12 seconds ahead of Osman. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I never saw this coming.
But we saw Callum nearly lost it. So it's not a done deal. They've still got another lap of this.
Got another lap to go.
But Osman definitely looks like he's out of his comfort zone. This is I don't know if it's what he feels of the NERB.
This is not like him, is it? It's not like Osman at all.
Doesn't seem as committed in that car as we saw him earlier in the evening.
No.
And those other cars where he was just slinging it in the corner with no fear. But
we mentioned at the start, didn't we? One mistake is all it takes. And
For sure.
if Callum has another moment and he's not so lucky and catches it, well,
That's it.
that could be enough for Osman to get his mojo back. If he can, if he sees Callum kissing the barrier. 14 seconds.
Oof.
Well,
So
Callum
we're going
can,
into
Callum
the
can
final
afford to
lap.
just take his time now, can't he? He doesn't.
You'd think he'd lift a bit, but it doesn't seem like he's got any intention this evening. So that's why I still think there may be a mistake to come from Callum, because he is driving crazy. He is absolutely committed.
He doesn't just want to win this, does he? He wants to absolutely storm it.
He wants no question to be made whatsoever that he came in, he saw, he conquered. He is Mr. the ultimate. Yeah. He was crowned Mr. Ultimate Racing.
I don't. Did they get a trophy for winning this? I don't know. Do they?
I have no idea. They'll have to sell a couple more aircon units, I reckon.
I think it's got to be a pretty good trophy, isn't it?
Unbelievable stuff, yes.
Well, this is probably where Osman now suddenly kicks into gear.
I'm expecting it. I'm waiting.
We see the comeback. Yeah, well, we're just waiting for it. We're just waiting for it. I mean, Callum, he's not got nitrous or anything, has he?
Yeah. We'll have to have the old stewards look over that car at the end. Underweight or something like that.
Something about Callum being hypnotised. Where are we up to now? 15, just over 15 and a half seconds gap then between the two of them. Callum, well, I was going to say he's cruising, but he's not cruising, is he?
Yeah, in Brisbane saying poor Oz, worst case scenario with the N24. And Vodkarov saying Callum doing a Senna at Monaco. He has gone into another zone, hasn't he? He really has. He's he's punched through the barrier, and now he's racing in 3 different universes.
I mean, to be fair, you know,
Osman.
we're saying Osman's got a problem or something, but Callum, he's driving out of his skin, isn't he? He's having the time of his life out there. You can't take anything away from him.
No, I reckon he did a couple of extra reps down the gym this earlier today.
You know, to be 17, nearly 18 seconds ahead of Osman at the nerve. I'm telling you now, Callum would have bitten your arm off up to your elbow, I think, if you'd have offered him that at the beginning.
Aye.
It's unbelievable driving, isn't it?
It is. It is shocking, because in reality, I'd probably be about 40 seconds behind Osman at this point. So for Osman to be 18 seconds behind Callum means I'd be a minute behind if you're really good at your math.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's the big difference. I mean, the thing is, I mean, Osman, what's he got there? He's at 8:38. I mean, that's not that slow.
It's not slouch, no, for sure not.
But that's the difference. That's the difference. Callum with a 8:24. That's a great shot, isn't it? That cameraman can half run quick, can't he?
He can. Not now. Bye. But what a final, ladies and gents. I know it seems like a big gap, but the journey is the journey. It's not always the destination, ladies and gentlemen. It's the journey. You've got over, there must be something like 15 to 16 hours worth between me and Mark of streams that's led us to this point. And we have had some absolutely... Callum's trying to make it interesting. And we've had some epic battles along the way. And Callum and Osman are the best 2 drivers in URL. That is a fact. Sorry, Toby. Sorry, Brisbane. Sorry, Smith. Sorry, Aussie Rooster. Sorry, P. White. To all those that couldn't be here, B flat. You are looking at the 2 fastest men. Watch out, League of Champions next season.
It has been an awesome competition. It really has. I've enjoyed it right from the very first race, and there's been some brilliant battles. Like you've just said, Rod, there have been some fantastic battles along the way. There's been some lessons learned, like I've learned
Surprises.
not to take part in these kind of things because I'm
you did
awful at it.
amazing. It was great.
But you know what? I've enjoyed doing the commentary more than I've enjoyed the racing.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that, but I mean,
because the racing it's been fantastic to watch. I've loved every minute of it.
It's been fantastic. Yeah, it's great stuff. But yours, in all fairness, I mean, wowzers, you had to race and then jump out the lobby, jump into another lobby and start a stream. I have to get into a headspace at least 10-15 minutes before doing a stream.
I tell you what,
and doing a race.
I'll tell you what was good. I'll tell you what was good when I had to commentate and race at the same time.
Yeah, because I had to come into one of your lobbies. That was amazing.
That was.
Oh man, I got giddy over that one.
That was kind of fun. That was.
That was, yeah.
Not recommended.
Well. It was fun watching you. I can't believe you didn't swear.
Not recommend. I think I did, didn't I? I think I called Derg.
No, I think one slipped out. I think you called someone a BAS.
Yeah, I think I had a go at Derg at one point. Not his fault. Yeah. It's just because he was quicker than me. Everybody quicker than me is one of them.
Of course. Osman's saying it about Callum right now, I'm sure.
Of course he is. He's waiting for the mistake to happen. But do you know what? I just don't think it's going to happen. And even if it did, with a 25-second gap, I think Callum has got time to recover.
Callum's going to reverse over the line. I've got a feeling.
Do you think? I think he's either going to reverse or he's going to handbrake it.
Yeah, he's going to go over the line backwards.
Yeah, he's going to do something. Well, is this a test about pad against wheel?
Well, they do say they're close, aren't they? And some hold advantages over others. I can't use a pad though. I don't know how they do it.
There's only two that I know. I think it's Callum and Toten. They're the only two I know that use a pad.
And Paul. I think
pad. Does Paul use it? I'm not sure.
Does Paul use one as well?
I'm not sure. I might be lying there. I might have completely made that up.
Oh, he's out of control. Oh, he's got it. I tell you what, is it his style of driving or just Callum look like out of control most of the time?
I don't know what's happened to him. What's he been taking? He
has been possessed.
He's 28 seconds in front, and he's trying to just drive across the grass.
He's unbelievable stuff, isn't he?
Osman's still going. He's still going though. And
up until the bitter end, you never give up until that black and white flag's flying around.
So you've got to cross the line to win it, and there we go. Callum now onto the straight, so he can't get this wrong, can he? Now then, as we approach this bridge at the end of the straight, there's a guy that stands in the middle of the bridge. Now, what's that all about?
I haven't noticed him.
You'll see him in a second, and I've often wondered what he's doing up there. Is he a stop oil protester? There he is, look.
Oh yeah.
I think he might be an oil protester. Or is he a cameraman? I'm not sure.
He's a cameraman anyhow.
I've often thought he was an oil protester that had dropped his banner,
yeah. He's doing a bit of graffiti he couldn't do it on the road, so he's doing it on the bridge. So Callum's bringing it around the final pass of the corner. He doesn't care anymore. 30 seconds in the lead. He's coming up to the line.
Is he going to handbrake
be crowned?
It? No, very sensibly across the line, a flash of the lights.
He's serious, ladies and gents.
He's happy with that, isn't he? And why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he be happy with that?
No, and Osman, I mean, joint finalist. It's not even runner-up, is it? It's just joint finalist. Didn't win, but he was joint finalist.
You can take nothing away from Osman at all because it's a fantastic achievement just to get here.
Yes.
So well done to Osman.
Fantastic stuff.
Well done to Osman. Well done to Callum. Overall winner.
Yeah. Ultimate racer.
And we should
of the
just
Ultimate Racing League.
There we have confirmation. Pole position, clean race, and victory for Callum.
Oh, he's going to be picking up some hella stacks.
Fantastic
hella stacks
racing.
for that.
Fantastic racing again. Now then, we are back next week, are we not? For the drop down final.
Yes, it's the drop down finals next week. I think I'm streaming that, aren't I? But
you
are.
I was just about to say it. If anybody watching, you need to go over onto Thingamajig's Racing channel for next week's final. So, Brian, it's been an absolute blast.
Oh man, I've had a great time. Thank you very much.
It's been fantastic. The racing has been brilliant. Phaser, once again, proof URL is the best sim racing group. Dean Atkinson, well done, Callum. Yeah, and well done to all of those guys. Thank you, Vodka Rob, for watching. And,
Vodka Rob, big book.
We've loved being here. We've loved the racing, and thank you to everybody that's been involved. And we're going to leave you now, but do join us next week because we've got the drop down, and I bet
we've got the runners-up. Unforgiven and Dirge View are going to be going at it. It's the battle of the admins, aren't they both through? I'm pretty sure.
That's going to be interesting.
It's still there's still a twist in this tale, ladies and gentlemen.
There is still a few races to be had yet.
Yeah, while Callum's partying on his yacht with his bottles of champagne and a half a dozen supermodels.
Bikini-clad models.
That's it. There's still some racing to be done next week. Don't you worry.
Do you know, I think we're invited to that party.
Oh, are we? Oh, maybe we won't be streaming a race next week then.
I think we are, yeah. I hope you've got your trunks because...
I've got a mankini.
We're going to be needed.
I've got a Borat-style mankini, so we're good. We're good.
Right, Ryan, thank you very much for joining us. And
thank you.
I look forward to chatting with everybody next week. But for now, we're going to say goodbye and leave you all to it. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe if not already. And next week, more important, remember to log on to Thingamajig Racing channel.
Hello.
And... get logged into that one and you are not going to miss anything. So we shall catch you all later.